Voting for student government starts on Monday, and slates are being endorsed. We'll have the details next.
The opioid epidemic has changed the way first responders do their job. Now they're training the public. We've got information on free training you can sign up for coming up on NewsLink.
Lots of warm weather across the state, but we have potential severe weather on the way for this weekend. I'll have more coming up in my full forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jeremy Masukovich.
And I'm Michelle Kaufman.
Our top story tonight, the SGA election is just days away and endorsements are coming in.
NewsLink Indiana's Tyler Brummett is live in the newsroom tonight with a breakdown of those latest endorsements. Tyler?
Yeah, Jeremy and Michelle, good evening. 3 debates have come and gone, and in just a few days, students will head to the polls to vote for the slate they want to see take power. Now, with the campaigning ramping up, so are the number of endorsements, and tonight those slates are reacting. Let's jump right into it. First, Elevate. In an email sent this afternoon by the slate, Elevate has been endorsed by Ball State University, Army ROTC, the Ball State Women's Soccer Club, Phi Kappa Psi Fraternity, Phi Delta Theta Fraternity, and the Men's Rugby Football Club. In a statement, Elevate says that they are proud of their endorsement, saying, quote, endorsements signify trust, and more than that, endorsements by organizations signify trust from not one, but multiple individuals. We are proud to have gained the trust of 5 reputable organizations on this campus. We hope to continue to be considered by many other organizations on this campus, and we hope that they see the benefit that endorsing our slate would present for their respective organizations. Transitioning now to Empower. Today, the slate was endorsed by former SGA President James Wells. Wells served as SGA President from 2016 to 2017. Empower says that they will be providing more information as far as endorsements and a statement at a later time. Turning now to United, they have not publicly sought any endorsements, but they did release this statement saying, quote, we have received contact from several wonderful organizations here on campus expressing their support for our slate and our ideas. However, we have not actively sought formal endorsements from organizations because we believe that the student body support for us will be apparent when the results are announced next week. We have focused more on having genuine interactions with students to inform them of our platform and our experience rather than seeking formal public endorsements from organizations. Now, we do want to let you know that tomorrow at 8, all 3 slates will be joining us live on Waking Up with Cardinal Weather to talk about their respective slates. And on Monday, NewsLink Indiana will provide a more detailed look at all 3 slates. But for now, live in the newsroom, Tyler Brummett, NewsLink Indiana.
Tyler, thank you. Voting opens up Monday at 8 a.m. and closes Tuesday at 5 p.m. Now, Michelle, I know we have both been driving to class recently, but today was the first day I was like, you know what, maybe I'll walk. It was nice to feel some sunshine.
Yeah, I walked home too, and there was the sun out. So Peyton, hopefully that sun will continue.
You know, there's a first for everything, and it's a first here on NewsLink Indiana. Our chroma key has been having some technical issues, so brought out the handy dandy notepad to draw a little tonight, as you won't see me in front of the screen. So right now we're having clear skies. You know, figured let's have some fun. It is 36 degrees out, but it feels like 32 degrees. And the first day of spring is coming up, March 20th. I know that is 27 days away. So you won't see me the rest of tonight. So here we go. So let's have some fun. So I know not the traditional forecast for you guys, but here we are. Got to do what's got to be done. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Peyton. An update to a case starring Empire star Jussie Smollett. Police are now saying he orchestrated an attack on himself because he was unhappy with his salary. He was arrested Thursday morning but released on bond later in the day. Last month, Smollett told authorities that 2 men put a rope around his neck and poured an unknown chemical substance on him while yelling racist and homophobic slurs. But prosecutors now say Smollett paid 2 brothers $3,500 to orchestrate that assault, allegedly going so far as to tell them where to attack him.
Smollett also instructed the brothers not to bring their cell phones with them. Smollett directed the brothers' attention towards a surveillance camera on the corner, which he believed would capture the incident.
Those two brothers were arrested, released, and are no longer considered suspects. Smollett's attorneys say they plan to mount a, quote, aggressive defense against his disorderly conduct charge. If the actor is found guilty of that felony, he could face up to 3 years in prison.
A new chapter may be soon to start for the Trump administration. Special counsel Robert Mueller's report on the Russia investigation could be wrapped up within the next couple days, and time will tell how much or how little it will be a factor for President Trump. John Lawrence reports.
The nearly 2-year probe into Russia's involvement in the 2016 presidential election may be approaching the finish line. Attorney General Bill Barr could announce that as soon as next week, according to sources familiar with the plans. Special counsel Robert Mueller's report will include
facts sufficient to explain the decision either to prosecute or not to prosecute.
And presumably will answer the question,
was there a cooperation, conspiracy, collusion between Russia and the Trump campaign?
President Trump is scheduled to be in Vietnam next week for another meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, which means he could be abroad when the report comes out. It's also unclear whether the report's findings will be made public.
That'll be totally up to the new Attorney General. He's a tremendous man, a tremendous person who really respects this country and respects the Justice Department. So that'll be totally up to him.
Sources say once the confidential report is done, Barr will give Congress a summary.
It would seem that he is not going to take a bullet for Donald Trump to save Donald Trump's reputation. And I can't imagine he's not going to play this thing pretty straight.
Regardless of what the Mueller report reveals, other federal prosecutors will continue their work on the court cases involving members of Mr. Trump's inner circle. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The Mueller investigation has already produced close to 200 criminal counts against more than 36 individuals and entities. 7 have pled guilty, while 4 have been handed jail sentences. One of those indictments going to Roger Stone. A federal judge issued a full gag order against the political operative today. It comes in the wake of an Instagram post Monday featuring a picture of Judge Amy Berman Jackson with what appeared to be crosshairs of a gun drawn near her head. Going forward, Stone is barred from speaking publicly about the case or the investigation. Stone testified that a social media volunteer found the picture, but that he wrote the post and published it. He was indicted last month as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. Mueller alleges Stone sought stolen emails from WikiLeaks that could damage Hillary Clinton's campaign in the 2016 election. Well, a new push to fight the drug crisis in Indiana. Governor Eric Holcomb is allocating the funds to fight the epidemic. How much money is going to the cause next?
In a new training program designed to save lives, what you can learn to do after the break.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Last night, the Indiana Recovery Alliance teamed up with Bridges Community Services right here in Muncie to provide a free training for an overdose reversal drug called naloxone. NewsLink Indiana's Emily Harless has more.
On Wednesday night, the Indiana Recovery Alliance, or IRA, was in downtown Muncie teaching over 30 participants how to use a drug called naloxone. Naloxone, the generic name for Narcan, is an overdose reversal drug that has been known to save the lives of many opioid users. The drug reverses the life-threatening effects of opioid overdose, which cause the user to stop breathing. The training instructed people on the signs of opioid overdose and how to administer naloxone. Among the many participants at the training was Adrian Foley, who was uniquely affected by the opioid issue.
I had a friend quite a long time ago, and he shot up heroin, and he kind of started falling out, and his breathing was shallow, and his lips turned blue, and I had to give him sternal rubs.
Opioid overdose has been an increasing problem in the United States, and as of 2017, opioid overdose is the leading cause of accidental death in America. The IRA and Foley are hoping that this training will help rid the stigma and change that for the future.
Really, I hope the stigma really changes around drug use in general for people, because that's the only way they're going to get the help they need if they want the help. Or if they don't want the help and they want to use drugs, then harm can be harm reduction is a big thing.
Foley and the other participants from the training are now naloxone distributors under the IRA, and the IRA is planning to hold more trainings like this soon. In Muncie, Emily Harless, NewsLink, Indiana.
Anyone interested in learning more about future naloxone training and harm reduction services can visit IndianaRecoveryAlliance.org.
Indiana is making a financial push to end the drug crisis. Governor Eric Holcomb's office announced this week that $750,000 in state grants will be designated to treatment and recovery programs. 10 programs across the state will be receiving $75,000 in funds to expand and improve their patient outreach. Facilities range across Indiana, including treatment centers in Cass, Howard, Clark, and Marion counties.
It's Random Acts of Kindness Week, and Ball State is giving back to their students with some career advice. Dialogue Days is a two-day event held each spring at the Miller College of Business. Over 75 Ball State alumni from across the nation returned to campus this week to share some insight on their career and advice based on their experiences. A wide range of industries were present, but the presentations were not limited to just job fields. Topics such as networking, developing professional relationships, and even financial planning were also offered. The goal of these dialogues was to help current students see their future potential in the field they chose as it relates to them getting a job. One student got more than just career advice from the event.
Take in a lot of this information, and it helps me become a better person through that career choice, but also just in daily life, like understanding how to make connections with people and like how to be a better person.
This advice and much more is something that students are now able to take into their daily lives in future as they continue exploring their careers. If you miss Dialogue Days, there will be another event talking about careers March 18th at Bracken Library. So Peyton, I know that they had some indoor events, but will they ever be able to have an outside one soon?
That's a great question, Michelle. You know, temperatures are only going to further down. We're going to hit the upper 20s tonight, so not too bad, but I'll have more coming up in my full forecast after the break.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySineseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Well, Michelle, with just one more week before spring break, I haven't really seen any of the spring conditions showing up around here.
I haven't either, but I definitely miss those and want them. So, Peyton, please give me good news.
Me too. I'm wishing this was more like Florida than Indiana, right? But no, we're going to be seeing some cold temperatures actually push off to the northeast, bringing in some warmer temperatures from the south, and these will show up here on Saturday. And the big story is going to be what this warmer weather is going to bring us. It's going to bring us an excess amount of moisture, which is going to increase our rain chances over the next 5 days. We're going to be seeing the greatest chance of rainfall on Saturday as well as into Sunday, and then we'll back off on Monday, and then they'll be right back up there for your Tuesday. But this is going to put us into a severe weather threat. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a marginal risk for central and part of southern Indiana, including Muncie. So what this means for us is more so along the lines of strong to damaging winds and heavy rainfall across the state. We're going to be seeing some heavier pockets of precipitation continue throughout Saturday, and then this could produce some localized flooding conditions as the day continues, but just going to be off and on rainfall. If you're heading anywhere to southern Indiana and farther, we're going to see those greater chances for some accumulation as well as more risks with the severe weather. But the marginal risk is still in effect, and things could change throughout the next few days, as Saturday is not tomorrow and it's a few days away, right? But current temperatures across the state right now, mostly to the low 30s to 40s. We're seeing 36 degrees in Indianapolis, 35 here in Muncie, and 32 degrees in Kokomo. The hotspot on the map, though, 40 degrees in Bloomington. But here across McKinley Avenue, again, temperatures in the mid-30s, 35 degrees, and variable winds out there. So if you're headed out and about across campus, you're probably still going to want that heavy jacket, as those cooler temperatures will continue. And like I mentioned before, we're going to continue to drop down tonight to the upper 20s. So mostly cloudy skies tonight. Again, wind's going to be variable. So if you're headed on campus, grab the layers, as you will want them. But tomorrow we're not going to warm up too drastically compared to Saturday, but we're going to see 45 degrees, mostly sunny skies. So a great way to start this weekend off on a good note, and it's 1 week till spring break too. But if you're headed out tomorrow night and you're thinking, what am I going to do for the weekend? Here's a dinner and a movie. 6 p.m. we're going to be seeing temperatures in the upper 30s, and they're going to dip down to the mid 30s come 10 p.m. So a great night to get out and about with your significant other or friend. But in the next 7 days, we're going to see temperatures start to be more of a roller coaster, but we're not going to see high temperatures in the 20s whatsoever. So I think that's quite the good note. Again, 54 degrees and that severe weather threat on Saturday as a marginal risk has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. And then to start off the work week, 36 degrees, and we're going to be up from there, guys. I'm hoping this will be a little tease for spring break. I would like to see 50 degrees for sure. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited. I'm not going anywhere for spring break, so hopefully this continues.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep some of those warmer temperatures and lose that rain.
I mean, if it's rain, I'll take that over snow any day, though.
Yeah, I know, Andrew. A lot of people are going to be leaving Worthing Arena, and as Peyton just said, they'll need those layers. So what's all coming up tonight in sports?
Well, we've got a lot going on in Worthing this weekend, but busy tonight in the area. We'll check in at the Ball State men's volleyball game as they take on in-state opponent Purdue Fort Wayne. We've also got high school basketball highlights from Muncie Burris, so stick around.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Oh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night,
Me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Andrew Sanders with sports. The Ball State men's volleyball team were searching for redemption tonight in the Battle of I-69. But after tonight, their losing streak is now 3 matches. NewsLink Indiana's Alicia Bernarcha is live at Worthen Arena to recap tonight's contest. Alicia?
I'm here at Worthen Arena where Ball State men's volleyball just took on Purdue Fort Wayne. I got to talk to Caleb Jennis tonight after the game, and he said what was missing tonight was the leadership of Jake Romano. With Romano out on the roster, it's really starting to take a toll on this team now with a 4-loss losing streak. And it was a really tough night for Ball State tonight. It was a rough night for the Ball State Cardinals in the Battle of I-69 against Purdue Fort Wayne. Ball State took the lead with Ben Chinichi with 9 kills tonight, and one away was Matt Chevs with 10. The second set was a nail-biter going into overtime. Ball State was trying to keep it alive, but Pelgrin Vargas was really feeling the rivalry tonight and put 19 kills on the board. Purdue Fort Wayne ended up winning the match in a sweep, 25-21, 26-24, and 25-20. The next contest that the Ball State Cardinals will face is against Lindenwood on March 1st. Live in Muncie, Alicia Bernarcha, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks a ton, Alicia. With the loss, the Cardinals dipped below 500 for the first time since mid-January. As she mentioned, they'll have a solid week off before continuing MIVA competition in a March 1st matchup with Lindenwood. But moving over to high school basketball, Muncie Burris played a game tonight against Blackford. Now the good news, Burris matched their win total from last season with a win against Westdale in their last game. The bad news, that only makes win number 5. And tonight they play a Blackford team that was on the hunt for their 16th W of the season. And the game would go as you might expect for teams with such records. Burris fell behind by double digits in the first half, and while they showed spurts of effective play on both sides of the ball, Blackford had their number at every turn. This is a Blackford team that is playing even better than they were last year, having already secured 5 more wins than they did last season, en route to a first-round exit in the state tournament. Blackford went on to win 88-69, and despite the loss, Burris is playing better basketball lately, winning 2 of their last 5 games. But there's not much time to lick their wounds after this L, however. They will turn around and play at Delta High tomorrow night. And also, one more thing that I wanted to mention, there's no wins to report for the home teams tonight, but I'm looking forward to the basketball games on Saturday. The men and women will don throwback Hoosieroons jerseys from Ball State's early days in the early 20s during their Saturday doubleheader. So really looking forward to that one. Hopefully we can get some wins that night.
Yeah, really looking forward to checking out those new uniforms and getting the season back on track, because it's been up and down for sure.
For sure. We got to finish strong heading into March Madness, so I'm hoping so.
Got it.
Well, coming up, a mother's favor to a congresswoman inspires many to wear their glasses.
And Barack Obama makes an appearance during a rivalry game. All that and more coming up in Trending.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
problems, the ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. Time now to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Joel Riley. Joel, what do you have for us?
Hi guys, good evening to you all who are watching. To those of you who proudly wear your glasses, this first story is for you. But if you're someone who doesn't like wearing yours, maybe this one will open your eyes a little bit. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley recently ran out of contact lenses and had to go back to wearing her bifocals. She stated on social media that she almost actually never wears her bifocals. After a mother ran into Pressley, she asked her to post a picture of herself wearing her glasses so she could show her 9-year-old daughter who doesn't like wearing her own. Shortly after Pressley posted her selfie, there were numerous photos that started to emerge on Twitter with people showing off their love and appreciation for their own frames. And speaking of love and appreciation, former President Barack Obama got a welcoming reception at a college basketball game. The former president had attended a game between the Duke Blue Devils and North Carolina Tar Heels. Obama was seated courtside at the game of what fans say to be the greatest rivalry there is in college basketball. There were numerous pictures and videos that instantly started flooding the internet. Obama had received a very positive reaction from the crowd before the game started and a few minutes before it ended. You know, I often wonder what he's doing in his spare time now that he's no longer in the Oval Office, and I wonder what it's like to just walk anywhere and just get that type of reception. I really want that.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Duke might ask him not to return, though, after what happened to Zion Williamson last night. That was a little crazy. I heard about that, actually. Yeah, I saw that tweet. I actually saw that tweet.
Yeah, you guys probably won't ask me to return after what they just saw.
It's okay. Actually, Peyton, do you wear glasses, actually?
I have glasses.
Do you wear them?
But I might need to wear them now.
Well, because I've noticed that I'm the only one here wearing them, and I was kind of excited to tell the story because I know that. Do you wear them every now and then?
Yeah.
See, none of you are wearing your glasses today.
You're going to have to give us the heads up before next time.
But you're always wearing your glasses. Between the two of you, I'm so upset.
You're a very prepared anchor. You came in, you're like, this is my story, I'm going to rock them, just like she did.
But I wanted us to team up together and, wear the glasses. But
next time.
I'm just disappointed,
You won't need the glasses to see the rain this weekend.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we have some warmer temperatures on the way, but some more moisture is going to be brought into our area for Saturday. We're going to see 54 degrees on Saturday, and to start back off your work week, 36 degrees. We're going to be a little comfortable next week. No high temperature in the 20s whatsoever, guys.
Sounds good to me. I'm all about temperatures above the 3, and I've seen people post on social like, as long as the temperature is above my age, I'll go out. And I mean, I'm only 22, but when I'm 30, I'll be like, all right, there's my standard. So I look 12, but we'll just say 30 for now.
All right, that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.